Hello, everybody. Let me get this out. Hi, Kyle. How you doing? Just sharing this out. Hello, G. How you doing? This is part 2 of what I started. Let me see. Hello, Freaky. Thank you, Kyle. Well, since I started showing what's going on, there's a YouTuber Logan Paul had Crypto Jew, and he had to start making plans on repay disgruntled investors that want to make an exit via burning their Crypto Jew NFTs. YouTuber Logan Paul has unveiled a 1.5 million recovery plan for the people who invested in his beleaguered non-fungible token NFT project Crypto Jew. He and his manager, Crypto Jew co-founder Jeff Levin, will burn their Jew token holdings so that they have no financial upside in the game, and so that the token supposedly has more value. And it's from what while the founder and CEO of Genius Group, Roger Hamilton, added, "I'm sorry in compensation to those who lost money. How great if all CoffeeZilla investigations would end up this way." So everybody in the crypto world are turning on each other now, you could say. Logan Paul is not Sam Freeman of the FTX. What? Yeah, me either. And this one, well, part of a run of Cavalier series investigating Logan Paul's biggest scam, Z, whom Paul identifies as Jack Killen, Julab chief technology officer, claims he had a team of 50 engineers working at the 50,000 a week burn rate to build the game and the blockchain tech necessary. And the developers were never paid the 1 million or given the 5% of the tokens they were verbally promised by one of Crypto Jew's founders, Eddie Ibanez. Ibanez was exposed by Billy Penn reporter Adam Robb in 2022 for falsely claiming he went to MIT, worked with the CIA, and even helped the Eagles win the 2018 Super Bowl ring, among other allegations. But there's another thing that name, Eddie Ibanez, sounds familiar. I think that Ibanez dude was around for Hi Vinny, Hi Cheesecake. Uh, Ibanez, I think I heard his name before. Floated around the forums before 2010. So what I'm gathering is that the players that's in the crypto now been scamming people back then with the other currencies and all that. And I believe there's been a lot of crackdowns going on. Started with the FTX, but it all started beginning with Gold Age. In this essentially sports.com article, it said Logan Paul admits he hired a con man for Crypto Jew. In the video, Paul took the blame for the hiring process of his staff. He claimed that he didn't overlook the hiring process thoroughly and hired some people who would eventually steal from the company as well as its investors. Moreover, he added that the lead developer, Eddie Ibanez, fooled him and also named some other people Ibanez has scammed. I know what you're, and he goes on, I know what you're thinking, what type of idiot would work with an unsavory individual like Jack Kelly. All right, guys, that's what I get for trusting a team that I relied on to vet and manage Eddie's hiring process, who has turned out to be a professional con man who I have learned has fooled billionaires, the Mormon Trust Fund, the New York Yankees, and now me, said Paul. This was not all, as Paul also revealed other people who stole from the company and the amount they stole. Moreover, he also revealed that has now been done to all the bad apples in the company. Like, okay, Fanny, that's why I said that with all these cryptos, it's and all that, you have these con artists, bad guys that I've heard of around back before 2010 through the Taco Forum. They were responsible for the closure of EGold and StormPay and some of the more legit programs. Well, programs like eBullion and Liberty Reserve for more funneling scam and scammers in that. Now, hi Jenny, how you doing? This Bitcoin.com article, BitConnect victims who receive over $17 million in restitution from Ponzi scheme. BitConnect investors from dozens of countries to be paid back millions of US dollars. A total of over $17 million in restitution will be returned to around 800 victims from more than 40 countries who lost money to BitConnect. The U.S. Department of Justice announced Thursday, quoting order issued by a federal court in San Diego. The large-scale crypto investment scheme defrauded 1,000 investors globally. Oh, that's fine. I'm just getting part 2 done out of the way. So, all these crypto with lots of all these busts going on and all that. Like I said on my last live, the feds are going to crack down on this wild west in cryptocurrency, like from EGold all the way down to FTX. Like I said, there's been subpoenas went out to heavy influencers of Hex Coin, for Richard Hart. I have a feeling that Hex Coin Paul Saint and that it sounded like a Ponzi scheme. And I'm sorry to Joker if he don't want to hear it, but it is what it is. It's not me making the laws up or rules up. It's the feds, and they're going to bust people. Are people going to get restitution back? Yeah. Is Hex coin going to go down like FTX? Probably. Because when Richard have advertisements in England flashing 10,000 plus high yield returns to invest in, that sounds too good to be true. And it usually leads to the downfall of these schemes. Is it as bad as Madoff's? Richard Madoff, not probably not that bad, but a lot of these people who run Ponzi schemes and cryptocurrency and all that wind up spending years in jail, like include prison time for money laundering, um, running a business without a license for money exchanges and all that. But okay. Okay. Hi, Nicole. Hold on a minute. J Mac sent me something, so I got to check it out. Hi, Amy. How you doing? Yeah, could they was he the one that's been spamming YouTube channel chats? Oh, been getting by, Amy. Been sleeping a lot. I still have the sniffles a little. Yeah, like I'll get back to that later, J Mac. Like I said, what I'm saying about the cryptocurrencies, like Gold Age and all that, I've seen players back before 2010 on the Talk Gold forum are popping up um, again and scamming into these cryptocurrency changes like Michael Patron, part of the Saddle Crew people back in the early 2000s. Eddie Ibanez, I heard of before. Richard Hart, or his real name was Richard Schuler, is familiar. Sounds familiar name too. I'm not saying Richard Hart is part of the scamming people. I'm just saying that two of them that I, the first two are that I named, is one that's being accused scamming again and lying and that. And with the what's going to happen is that there's been laws being introduced to make it to be where the crypto be regulated like a bank or something like that, because there's too many people, too many um, fraud going on in this industry. And is Hexcoin going down next? I don't know. It's still too early to tell on that one. And I know some people don't like to hear that, but like people back then when I tell them on Talk Gold that Liberty Reserve would go get busted, and they got busted. Me watching these things going down since 2003, I could tell what's going to happen next. My prediction probably be Hex coin pulsing, probably either be busted or be heavily regulated. They can't offer that much amount, is it going to hurt cryptocurrency? I'm not sure. It might also protect them from getting scammed or having people that invested to them getting scammed by these people. BitConnect and Cortiga were into the Bitcoin. And with the rate that Bitcoin gets affected by all this. And it goes on down. OneCoin and everything. Back in 2000, there was another coin that came out called Liberty Dollar, and that one was busted. So the thing is, you can't have an alternative dollar or that unless you have to tie it in with the with the legal currency. So far, the electric currency is not legal yet, but except for like PayPal, which is transferring of real money from one place to another. Dang, something in my eye. So, and my word and advice to everybody out there who wants to invest into these things, cryptocurrency, make sure to check them out first. If it sounds too good to be true, just walk away because it could collapse on you. Now, what else could happen? There's another senator that's Sherrod Brown came out and said that if they're not going to get regulation passed to curb the problems, cryptocurrency could be banned completely from the U.S. market. That means no more Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Hexcoin, Shiba, you name it. So if we're going to have these regulatory laws put in place, we need to think about what kind of laws. Can it help protect people from losing money from con artists that's in the field? Uh, Things like that. The background of these people who create these entities need to be looked at. Like we, if I remember right, one of the Bitcoin founders was busted, or something connected with the Silk Road, SILKROAD. Because when you look at these high profile companies that's coming up like this, then you get all sorts of these other companies like Cryptocurrencies, BitConnect, OneCoin, and all that. You could find out who or what's behind them. Like once you catch the leaders of the group, like the Salad crew, there's still members that would still go out there and still do what they do. And some of the people that I butted heads with on Talk Gold, like Patron, at least we labeled him as even the owners of the Forbes label him as a bad person to warn people not to do business with. And these what I'm doing and saying to people, like to Joker or to anybody in Hexacons and in Hex Villains and all that, be ready in case if Hex Coin goes down. Hi, Maza, how you doing? And once that goes down, you may have money seized for a while until the feds give you restitution of the money loss. This is more of a solid advice what I've seen and read. Because all the Ponzi schemes that I've seen, like Sharice Johnson's 12 Daily Pro or 12 Daily or 12 Daily Pro Surf and all that things. People were given their money back once the programs were busted. People who have their PayPal or EGold accounts and eBullion and Liberty Reserve and all that got their money back from the feds. When I said Hexcoin is a Ponzi scheme, but it's what I read into what it make promise to the investors from Richard Hart's own words. And is it a problem? I bet it could be an inconvenience for you all or out there that invest in these things. It's more of a warning signs for everybody to keep a heads up, be alert, pay attention. The reason why a lot of people are selling right now is because of the news of people are being subpoenaed for the hex coin right now. They're cracking down really hard, and it's experience from what I've seen throughout the years of what have been going down. It's not me being rough on you guys or anything. It's that, to me, I seen what happens to these things. It was like 20 years of watching 21 years when this all went down. I saw that happen to gold age went down. And that was like 2002. And it's always the same players that use these things, like gold age, all the way to FTX, Bitcoin, that the greed for the money and steal from other people. Hacking, stolen personal data of other people, stolen credit cards, you name it. It's been happening since the beginning of internet for everybody. They're finding ways to get our money, everybody's money, no matter what. And these people also will try and dox you if you speak out the truth. Hold on. I think one thing we need to do is everybody who's into these cryptocurrency need to look come together, work together, and point out what seems to be a flaw, who could be a bad actor. If we spot anything that looks suspicious, illegal, we have to report it. Because too many people have lost money from all the money that was stolen and all that from all these years. It's like billions of dollars adding up, and it's still adding up. DC, the company DC Solar was busted, or the order was busted for Ponzi scam. And his company went down the toilet. And if it's going to continue, it could probably go over $10 billion. And this is not a jab at Joker or anybody else. I'm just saying, keep an eye out. Be alert. Just see what's going on. And all that. And if it don't go down, then fine. Hexcoin will survive. If Future Heart does go down, and the business sellers, then it was too good to be true. It could go 50-50 either way. And that's why I try and make a warning out to people to be alert, to be safe. Don't fall for scams out there. There are lots of shady people out there that I showed. Even famous people get caught up in Ponzi schemes and scams and that. There are lots of people like Drake was invested in the FTX, Floyd Mayweather Jr., you name it. A lot of them, Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, and on. With so many people going down, people getting caught up. Even celebrities get caught up in this too. English soccer player got busted for heavily promoting a Ponzi scheme. You have to be careful. Look carefully. Be wise. It's okay to make money, but if you're making money too quickly, then it doesn't sound like. And with it all happening quickly, it sped up the past few years with a lot of these busts. And if anybody, well, no, it I never got involved in these scams or anything, but I was making money in free programs called pay to read email, which you get paid per click on links and that to get paid. Yes, I had little money in EGold when it went down. That's the only place that I had money in, except for PayPal back then. And yeah, taking a risk is okay, but leaping into something, not realizing what's the laws are or anything, kind of be very, very risky. It could get you in trouble, money wise or legal, if you heavily promote into something like a Ponzi scheme. And hey Rick, how you doing? So that, like I said, you have to look before you leap. Because right now, people are leaping for Hex coin, but they're slow landing right now. And and with Hex coin, like I said, it might be next. We don't know for sure. Dogecoin and Bitcoin and SEMA may have to face some scrutiny now and all that. I'm not happy with people with kids invest into something thinking they could make quick money, and it turned out why. And right, Rick, and make sure that it's legal to invest in, because lots of people are being busted for running Ponzi like schemes. And if you see something on the site that sounds too good to be true, look up on any of the Fed's websites, the FTC or the SEC or the FBI. Look up HIEPS or High Yield Investment Program. because a lot of it is mostly Ponzi scams that you have to avoid. There's some that got busted that were listed on the stock market too. And with things like that, you need to understand that yeah. Yeah, that's true, Rick. But I'm not sure I could trust crypto either. You don't know how many people are inside these cryptos that are not who they say they are. Logan Paul found out the hard way. Now he's how the YouTuber Logan Paul, he had that crypto crypto Jew, and he said he was going to be repaying the investors because he admit he did check who he hired in the first place. We're scammed a lot of people. So is Logan Paul in trouble with the feds? Maybe not. If I were him, and if the feds do call, I would cooperate with them and said he didn't know who he hired. Yeah, I'm not into crypto. A lot of people are not into crypto. And like I said, there's going to be legislation of bills being passed to regulate cryptocurrencies so that they won't be Ponzi scheme or suspect or overcome by scam artists inside or out of these cryptocurrencies. As I know from what I read, hexagons are in a scramble right now with the hex coins, pulsates, you name it. And with everything going down with the busts and all that, I think all these cryptocurrencies people need to look also into who they hire. Do not make a promise of high yield investment just in case. Don't go out and buy these expensive cars, diamond rings, or diamonds, yachts, planes, and all that, just in case of the scandal that break down that somebody calls is From what I know, the high fish on, like I say, you have to be careful what you read or look into. It, you were here on my last live, fish on. You have to look and understand or read into things before investing in anything, just in case. Yeah, you missed some of my lives, fish on. And if it's going to go down, be prepared. And let's say I let you have a warning of what's going to happen. Yeah, like I said, cryptocurrency right now is it's risky, very risky to invest right now with all the legal in feds busting a lot of people and all that. You got to see where this could lead to. And if you rewatch what my first part, you could see all the legal stuff that I went through. and and with that cryptocurrency and all that, we don't know where it leads down to with all these bust Ponzi schemes, things all connected through the internet. You don't know what's going to happen next. There's a lot more I uncover about these online scams going on, Ponzi's, things like that. That's connected with all these e-currency sites, and crypto sites, and all that. It is like it is. EGold was the first, or the father of the first of the cryptocurrencies online, and they went down. Ebullient was the second one that went live. They went down first. And the owner of that company, Ebullient, is wanted in the California prison for having his wife murdered. He hired a hitman to take her out. So this is why you have to be careful of who you give our money to and all that. In these cryptocurrency sites and all that, because you don't know who or what their background is. They could just take off with all their money and run. And run with it. So any questions about my time on the forums and any other Dream on, fish on. That's going to be a bust, too. Any questions? You probably wish they could make it one called Raccoon Corner, huh? Fish on. If that's all I have, I was hoping other people would come in if they want to be on panel to talk on. Hey, everybody's coming in. Hello, everybody, lurkers. Thank you, Fish on. Yeah, what I'm saying that, like I said, everybody, be careful where you invest in, because we have very shady people that's out there scamming people, especially in the e-currency and that. And if anybody else have questions, I could. Nah, that's not the kind of shady people I'm talking about. I'm talking about hackers and scam artists and all that, making false claims that they work with the CIA and all that, and graduated from MIT and all that. The timeline I could lay out: gold age, a bullion, 12 daily surf, and Trace Johnson, storm pay, Liberty Reserve, Liberty Dollar, Check Trust, um, the SARS Scoville sites, Ponzi schemes, alert pay, go down, Picolis went down, and all and on. And the list goes on and on to the FTX. And another one that came down, news is freshman Republican House of Representative Santos, George Santos out of New York, Republican, was also involved in Ponzi scams and that. Nope. Nope. That's a cryptocurrency face on. And Republicans are calling for him to resign. Yes, there's a politician who to not trust. Santos and all his lies. And when we see all this going down, cryptocurrency and the online e-currency business needs a cleanup. It needs to make sure bad people stay out of it. Hire people that can be trusted. Look through all their backgrounds before. Yeah. You could buy into it with real money, and you could pay for stuff. Pay stuff with Bitcoins and EGold and all that. Like PayPal or Skrill and things like that. And with this stock market on the crypto gone way down because of all these busts going on, I don't think people want to invest into cryptocurrencies right now until something gets done with them, with regulations in place and all that. Yeah. And with that, I guess I'll call it for the night. Probably my next mix, but my next mix, my next live would be on the Hinsdale house. What I found out about that. I thank everybody coming in. Be safe out there. Look into these cryptocurrency sites thoroughly before you invest. Spread the love. Help each other. Be kind. Be respectful. Be nice. Have peace. Good night. And Stay safe out there. Light, everybody.